Welcome to Community Views, Community Voices. I'm Suzanne St. John Crane, Executive Director of Create TV San Jose. And in the studio with me today is Mohammed Chaudhry, the President and CEO of the Silicon Valley Education Foundation. Welcome, Mohammed. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, catch us up on what's going on over at the foundation and maybe give us a little bit of an intro to who you are and what the foundation does.
So the Silicon Valley Education Foundation is absolutely obsessed with preparing all students for college and careers. You know, I think Silicon Valley has a great opportunity to make sure we're a leader in innovation. And in order to sustain that, we need to make sure the workforce is ready. And for the current employees of our Silicon Valley, their kids are in great schools that are producing great results. Right. In preparing students for college and careers, we do that in three ways. One is work with policies in our school districts. In Santa Clara County, there's over 30 school districts. So the policies. Then we provide direct service programs in areas where we think we can have the greatest impact. Okay. So in science, technology, engineering, and maths, also known as STEM, in that area. And then we work on innovation. How do we innovate inside the classroom? How do we blend technology with traditional classroom teaching, and how do we transform that?
Sure. Give us some examples of the exciting programs that you guys have. I mean, I'm certainly familiar with Stepping Up to Algebra and some of those. Talk to us about those.
So Stepping Up to Algebra is a great program. So if you think about it this way, in Japan they go to school for over 240 days. In Europe they go to school for 211 days. In California we're at 180 days. We came down to 175. We're moving towards 160 days. We're almost at half of the countries we're competing against. So what Stepping Up to Algebra does is provides the students 75 hours of instruction in preparing them to take algebra in the 8th grade. 75 hours is about half a school year of instruction. Okay. And the reason we chose algebra is because algebra is the greatest predictor of college graduation in 5 years.
Right.
So there's a direct link between preparing for to be successful in college and careers.
And what age range are you working with in Stepping Up to Algebra? So when do you start that?
Yeah. I think we both have young kids. You started very early, and you know, math is a better predictor of reading scores and math scores, not in 3rd grade. So you start in preschool. But where we're working with algebra is those kids with a little bit of extra help who otherwise would not have taken algebra in the 8th grade, but now can take algebra in the 8th grade. So we work with 1,000 kids in 18 school districts in preparing them to take algebra. And the way we do it is in these 75 hours is we have a credentialed teacher in the classroom, which we think is critical in making sure these kids learn from someone who knows how to teach and who knows how to manage a classroom.
Sure.
We have a strong technology component, which is a blended learning component. Okay. So that they go online, they use lots of tools online so they can manage their own performance and get ahead. So not all students in a classroom are at exactly the same place. Okay. We realize that, so letting every child move at their own pace and get ahead as well.
It's critical.
So it's called blended learning. And third piece is we allow them to imagine what's it going to be like to go to Stanford, go to San Jose State, go to Santa Clara University. Fantastic. So we actually do a college visit, and we take a look at it and say, imagine being here. And we think those three components, and then having their parents come out and telling their parents about what college is all about and how to prepare, we think that's a secret sauce that's going to prepare these students to be great college grads, and some for the first ones in their families.
So the Education Foundation is really connecting the dots. What's missing? What are those ingredients that we can add that are going to make for a successful student and eventually a successful workforce, people that are prepared? It's fantastic. And I think, there's nothing like actually making the visit to a college.
Yeah.
As a young person, and I've certainly experienced that and seen that in our world here at Create TV and watching as kids go off. And once they are able to really tangibly see and experience that, there's nothing like it.
You got to touch it. You got to kick the tires.
Absolutely. Yeah, visualize that. Any other programs or initiatives or events that you guys want to tell us about?
Sure. So we have our annual event called Pioneers in Purpose, and it's a great event which highlights the importance of education. It's the event for Silicon Valley for education. All the business leaders come together. This year's honoree will be Larry Sonsini, Wilson Sonsini, Goodrich Rosati, and we're going to bring together lots of great companies. And we know that Silicon Valley corporations care about education. In order for them to retain their current workforce, they have to make sure there's quality schools where their kids can attend. So lots of great corporations like SAP, like Flextronics, like SanDisk, like Seagate and Salesforce. All those folks are coming out to say, education is important. We're going to put our money where our mouth is, as well as support it in the classroom, because in stepping up to algebra, all these corporations have volunteers in the classroom as well.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, it's just a perfect match. It's wonderful to have corporations that get it too, in terms of, you know, the Education Foundation is really preparing our future employees.
Absolutely.
So, good stuff. Thanks for being here, Mohammed.
Thanks for having me.
Great to catch up with you. And for more information about the Silicon Valley Education Foundation, you can go to their website or give them a call there on the screen. So, thanks for joining us. I'm Suzanne St. John Crane.